Hello, my name is James, I'm the mayor of Jamestown, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be building my boy, Cyno. Cyno? Kyno? Pretty sure it's Cyno. Don't really know 100%. But essentially, Cyno will be coming out in 3.1, which drops in. It's in like 4 days. And as you can see, I'm struggling both with fates and gems. I accidentally brought this down to 0 trying to get Dory, and I accidentally got Kokomi, and it was just kind of a mess. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually really enjoying Kokomi, and I'm glad that I've got Dory as well, because she's Electro and I need to own all of the Electro people. But I'm a little bit stuffed when it comes to gems, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of just hoping that I can pull him and things all go well. But essentially, today's plan is to build and prepare for Cyno as best as I physically can. Because a lot of the stuff we can currently grind out without too much faff. I'll probably put a screenshot on while I'm talking. But essentially, you can get the Electro crystals very easily. He does require these scarabs, which again aren't currently available because they'll be part of the new update. But you know, we can prepare for that one. But then he also has books that he needs. I'm trying to think where the books might be. Here they are. Don't actually have any. It's the weird lamp ones. These ones. So I have a couple. I don't think I have enough. Unfortunately, I definitely don't have enough, but I have a fair amount, and I kind of just need enough to get him to 6 on everything. But yeah, Cyno looks like a lot of fun, and as a bona fide Razor main, or at the very least a retired Razor main, I've kind of got to get like the 5-star weird sort of upgrade to Razor. I mean, come on, look at the dude. He's gorgeous. And also, he's electric. Electro. He just looks like a lot of fun, and his kit looks like a bunch of fun. And then we've also got the Hydro Polearm user, which will be so nice to get in the pools, at least he's hoping anyway. Oh, I also forgot to mention he requires the Electro Registine, which I'm sorry to say, Dory, I'm going to have to put leveling you up on hold for a while, because Cyno needs some points. So let us go to the Vine. Right, I'll just say this now. My Hu Tao is... Oh, I just remembered I removed her from 2 to 3. My Hu Tao is absolutely atrocious. I'm not a massive fan of her playstyle, so she is not built very well. So please ignore the damage numbers. They are not indicative of a decent Hu Tao player, because I'm anything but. I think it's something to do with her charge attacks. I just don't enjoy that style of gameplay, so I kind of just don't use her at all. As a result, I also don't build her. But unfortunately for the Registine, Pyro and Cryo is really good against it. And I don't really... Oh, I could have probably dodged that. I don't really use many Pyro... I don't really use many Pyro or Cryo units for that matter, with the exception of Ayaka. And to be fair, I have recently started using Shenhe, just because when paired with any Cryo unit, she's absolutely insane. Unfortunately, no actual ult. Can we? Come on. That'll do. Yeah, Shenhe, I didn't realize that she provided cryo resist down. So yeah, I'm really kind of lacking on that front. Hey, free is pretty good. That is... Wow, that is terrible. That is absolutely atrocious. Right, we've got 3 out of... I think we need about 26. Let's have a look. So looking at it, it's about 26 to 46, depending on if you want to go for 80 or 90. So we got, so none there, 2 there, 4 there, that's 6, plus the 8, that's 14, plus the 12, that's 26, and then you've got the plus 20 for 46, which is a fair number. As of right now, probably going to aim for around 20, 26. What am I at? I'm at 6. Oh dear. Sorry, Dory. You're gonna have to wait. Yeah. Don't know if I'm gonna use fragile resin to get the rest. Probably won't, just because I don't need to. And I quite like having it as a really high number. That's just me. But anyway, let us crack on. Okay, that's not very nice. Actually, I need to kill that. I keep forgetting that if I let this do its own thing, then I'm pretty much screwed. Shenha, you make stuff. Shenha is just so good. Hey, we got the high roll again. That's really nice. We got some Electro. I think we need a maximum of 9 of these. And I definitely have enough of these. Yeah. So these, we have more than enough of. These, I'm just going to keep going until I run out of... Oh, that is really disappointing. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going until I run out of resin. I won't deny, I saw someone else do this. And actually, it was a genius idea, so I'm going to steal it. I'm sorry. I'm going to use Toma as a proxy for Cyno's gear. Cyno's gear? I don't know what we want to call him yet. So in terms of pole arms, the catch is an option. Although I do really, obviously, catch from riding is ideally where it should be. I recently did a video where I was like, oh, I don't really like the catch. It's because it was refinement rank 1. It's just not very good at refinement rank 1, but you get it up, it gets a lot better. Obviously, we have the Skyward Spine. This is like one of 2 5-star weapons I actually own. Base attack is nice. The energy recharge would be decent. Increased crit and attack speed also wouldn't be too terrible. Deathmatch is also probably a pretty solid option. Probably, actually, I think I might go Deathmatch. Just because crit rate, I'm probably gonna need, because I have like no Electro pieces at the minute, so I'm gonna have to roll a bunch of them, and I don't know how lucky that's gonna go. So it'll probably be Deathmatch or Blackcliff Pole, depending on if I need crit damage or crit rate more. Unfortunately, that does take it off Shenha, which is very, very unfortunate. So what we'll do is we'll leave that on Shenha for now, and we will just pretend that this is the Death March. Okay? Let us begin. So, from the looks of things, obviously with him being basically Razor, except instead of doing physical and Electro, he mainly does Electro. We're going to be going for the Thundering Fury. We're going to go for 4-piece because I like 4-piece Thundering Fury. I just do, okay? Officials is okay. I may end up taking this because I don't currently have official build that I'm happy with. So I may just steal yours, official. Beidou's is quite nice, but it's Beidou's, and I use Beidou too often, so I can't take it. That's absolutely atrocious. So is that, so is that. Lisa's is also not very good. I think we want for this attack. Do we not? I would assume attack percent is what we're looking for with this one, because I don't think Elemental Mastery is really what we're going to be looking for. I don't have any nice attack pieces, so not much we can do about that. This is gonna have to be Electro, which is fine, I hope. I don't think I have any amazing Electro ones. No, because Raiden's is terrible. So is Beto's, although the attack is nice. Kuki Shinobu's is also not great, although the EM is nice. Lisa's it's a good amount of crit rate. I may have to borrow this one. Sorry Lisa, I'm gonna have to borrow this from you. And Thundering Fury's helmet. Now, do we have anything worth taking? We have crit rate, which we might need. Ideally, I'd get enough crit rate so I can do crit damage instead, but I don't even know if I have a crit damage hat. I don't have a crit damage hat. I do have this, which could roll into something not useless. I didn't want to accidentally use these. I'm trying to get them to max. Just for no real reason other than I just like collecting things. Oh, that's not what you want. That's not what I wanted. Okay. We'll unlock that. It's not very good. Okay, so in terms of helmets, again, our options aren't very good. What I'm going to do is probably start farming some... What is it? The strongbox. I'm going to have to start doing the strongbox in a minute. And hopefully the strongbox will have something for me. Now, to be quite honest, the strongbox isn't something I normally use. In actual fact, it's something I never use. It's just... I get why it's good, because it's well, I mean, it's literally just gambling. And it allows you to have a chance of getting something that isn't absolute trash. But at the same time, you lose, obviously, all of the artifacts you put in it. And it's obviously a 3-to-1 ratio. Every 3 you put in, you get 1. And yeah, there's always a chance of you getting a decent roll, which is arguably more important. But if I'm desperate for artifacts to farm into, I can use some terrible 5 stars, which, to be fair, probably isn't ideal in this day and age, now that we have an actually decent strongbox. But it's just the way that I've always played the game, so there's not really much I can do about it. But... Right, we got 2 this time, which is rough. That is okay, I guess. So, even though I'm complaining about the strongbox, I am going to roll into it, just because maybe we'll get something decent out of it. Okay, we've gotten rid of 39 relatively bad artifacts, which honestly I've had for the longest time, and could probably do with the clear out anyway, so let's go. I'm so glad there isn't like a secondary resource it takes. Okay, how are we looking? 1 goblet is rough. I'm trying to remember what we need. I've already forgotten. That is bad. That is bad. That is... it's not amazing. That is bad. Ooh, that's really good though. Yeah, that one's really nice. That is not great. That is also not great. That is not great. We could use it in a pinch, I suppose. That's not great. That is not good. That is also not good. Ooh. Energy recharge. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's not terrible. Right, Toma. We've got you a flower. We've got an okay feather. What might this roll into? I hate that I don't have much in the way of artifacts to roll into. Oh, that is That is unfortunate. Okay, we're just going to ignore that and pretend it doesn't exist. So these were trash. This was okay. What does it roll into, though? Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. That is not what you want. This, however, real nice. If it somehow rolls into crit damage, more crit damage, crit rate, we're flying. Even if it doesn't, we can make do. Okay. HP is not ideal. It is not ideal. But maybe it'll roll into crit. Ooh, that is nice. That is good. That is good. That is what we want. Let's see. ×2, please. No. Onto crit and onto HP. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is an improvement. Pray for more crit. It went into HP. That is not what I wanted. Okay, it isn't great, but 48 crit rate plus, hold on, let me grab. So with Death March, we've got about 82% crit, providing you forget that Toma for some reason has 5% crit by default. So 82% with artifacts and weapon is already really good. So depending on if Cyno has any integrated crit rate, which being, I suspect, a main DPS, he probably, hopefully will, or it might just be electro damage, which would be, I guess, beneficial. Crit rate wise, we're looking pretty, which is really nice. We need more. We need more. So let us go again. I won't deny, it's actually quite therapeutic doing this, because you get rid of a bunch of trash, and if you get anything terrible from this, you can just recycle it back into another piece anyway. So that's actually quite nice. But anyway, let us continue. So we needed, what, I think it was a feather or a timepiece. Or an hourglass. Whatever it's called. Let's go. I've been playing this game almost consistently for 2 years. That is a lot of feathers. That is nice. That, however, is not. Our goblet is trash. Okay, there's a chance. That one is actually half decent. That is not. That, maybe if it rolls into crit. That is fine. That is bad. That is terrible. That is not very good. That is pretty decent. I will take it. That is also okay. I don't need HP, but the rest of it I'm okay with. It's not a terrible flower. It's not a great flower, but it's also not terrible. I will keep it. You are bad. You are also not very good. Okay. That is a shame. Right, here we go. Crit rate, ideally. Okay. This is a dangerous idea. Technically, I don't need these other two stats. It's just these two. Now, if we get lucky, we'll get a decent crit. We'll get a decent crit damage. If we get unlucky, then it's just a bad time. That is almost definitely not what I want to happen. So we got high roll crit damage, which is nice. We got decent attack, and then we got flat defense. What is the last one gonna be? Oh, the crit damage. The crit damage, that'll do. That'll do. It is not perfect by any means, but more crit damage is very much needed. Now, we need a half decent attack percent, but we don't have one. Beto's is terrible. I'm sorry, Beto. I hate to break this to you. This has crit damage, but I don't really want to roll into it, just in case. Okay, this is the last roll. We just need hourglasses. That is all I need. Nothing more, nothing less. Hourglasses are the best. What is that? What is this? Why is there only 2? Right. Oh, I'll take it. That is terrible. That is terrible. That is terrible. That is trash. That is... It's nice that it's crit, but we have a much better one. That is atrocious. No. Stop. Please. No more. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, it's defense. Why is it defense? Okay. In terms of Sans, our options at the moment are fairly limited. And I don't want to keep rolling all my bits and bobs, so it were, just in the hopes of getting something better. So what we'll do is we'll shove this one on, we'll give it a quick old level, and then we'll see what it rolls into. What is it? It's defense percent. Why is it defense? Right. This rolls into crit. It has a chance. Nope, it went into flat HP. Okay, well, I'm going to need to replace this pretty much as soon as possible. So, yeah, that is unfortunate. But for the most part, I'm fairly pleased with what we've got going on so far. Fairly even across the board. Not amazing, not terrible. It does the job. This has pretty high crit damage and a bit of attack percent, which is nice. Let me just double check there's nothing better. No, definitely not. Yeah, and we didn't really need any more crit rate. So yeah, this one will do the job for now. This one is absolutely atrocious and needs to be replaced immediately. This one is not ideal. The 10% crit rate is nice, energy recharge isn't amazing, elemental mastery is whatever, and HP is just a useless stat on Cyno, I suspect. This one, fairly pleased with. 31% crit rate from, you know, max level. Elemental mastery is whatever. A bit of attack percent is nice. HP, it rolled too many times. But just below 20% crit damage is nice in, you know, such a pinch, I suppose. So what we're looking at is about 82% crit rate as it stands. I think Toma skews the crit damage. I think his crit damage was 50%, if I'm not mistaken. But as it stands, nearly 50% crit rate from artifacts and 63% from crit damage is not ideal in terms of the crit damage itself, but the crit rate I'm quite pleased with. If I'm desperate in terms of crit rate versus crit damage, I can always shove on this thing, which admittedly does need to be leveled a lot. 50 to 154. It's a lot higher. Again, it all depends on what kind of multipliers we see when it comes to ascending Cyno. But until that day comes, we won't quite know how that pans out. But anyway, I probably yammered on long enough. I know this might be a point of contention for a lot of people. It might just be because I've used Ayaka as my, like, sub DPS or my burst DPS for such a long time now. See, with Mona, it feels different for some reason. I don't know if it's the particles. With Mona, it feels a bit weird, even though I doubt there's any difference between the two. But Ayaka's dash, I don't know if I'm just so used to it by now, but it's just second nature to being able to control her dash. And also the sound effect is great. I don't know why. I like the sound effect. But yeah, it's really not that bad. Right, what we got? 2 is a bloody sham, is what that is. And that is okay, I guess. Okay, well, that is all my resin for the day, unfortunately. So that's about as best I can do in terms of preparation for Cyno today. I could use some fragile resin. I don't think that would be necessary. I can just do the rest off camera. And in terms of books, I'm actually okay, I feel, for the most part. Where were they? So we got plenty of these. These are more than enough to get him to where I want him to. I imagine I'll get him to 80 and then stop there. So I'm not too fussed about getting too much more. And then the light books, whatever they're called, these ones. Philosophies of Admonition. I've got a fair amount. That can be worked on. I've got a couple of blues. Probably not nearly enough. And I've got enough bronzes to do the job. So at the very least, he might get to like 344 or 444. But yeah, as it stands, I was mainly just here to pull some relics. Relics? Wrong game. Definitely the wrong game. Pull some artifacts for my boy Cyno. But he's not out yet. So there's not much else I can do. And also, I'm not even guaranteed to pull him in the 50-50. Which is very dangerous. Because my last 50-50, I lost. So then I got to win the next one. But what I didn't contend was that I'd be getting Kokomi within under 30 pulls. It just ain't right. Like, what is this? What is this? Don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy with Kokomi. The reason I pulled on her banner over Ganyu is that I don't like Ganyu's playstyle. I'm not a charge shot kind of player. Oh, Chi-Chi, you son of a bitch. Yeah. So we've got a few pulls away from Pity. I'm not looking forward to... Actually, well, I am looking forward. I'm really looking forward to pulling for Cyno. He looks like a lot of fun. He honestly just looks like a souped up version of Razor, which as a Razor main is honestly really nice. I would love for a new up-to-date main DPS Electro that isn't Raiden Shogun. Expect a pull video, don't expect it to go well. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, I really hope my 50-50 is lost to Diluc, because he's the only 5-star on the 50-50s that I need to lose to. It took me nearly 2 years to finally lose a 50-50 to get Jean. We just get it over and done with and get me Diluc. I don't want another Chi-Chi. One is enough. One is more than enough. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm not going to do this for every character because I'm mostly free to play. I've only ever bought the Battle Pass and the Welkin bonus. May change that a little bit for Cyno if I need to push myself just to get a guaranteed legendary. If I don't get him, I will be absolutely heartbroken, but I'm not spending £100 just to get the man. But that's what the gacha's for. You gotta gamble and pray, essentially. But anyway, this is about as prepared as I'm probably going to be. Probably going to do some more Regisvine runs tomorrow. That'll be off camera, obviously, just to get enough for him. And if he doesn't end up using them, at the very least, Dory will have some for herself, so that's good. And if I fail the 50-50 for Cyno on next Wednesday, I think it's Wednesday when he comes out, I hope that the character is absolutely terrible and is not fun to play whatsoever. But anyway, hopefully I pull him and I don't have to complain. But, you know, that's just me. We will see when the time comes. Anyway, I have been James, the Mayor of Jamestown. Thank you for those that stuck around until the end. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And until next time, goodbye.